So I think I will pass to Tiru to introduce more.
Okay, thank you, Namira. Can you all hear me?
Can.
Okay, so I'll be doing the introduction. Okay, so our topic is our finding is based on Korea and Japan. So I'll be introducing Japan first. Next slide. Okay, so a brief introduction about Japan itself. So it's a huge country, over 125 million inhabitants, 11th most populous country in the world, and it has fourth largest economy by nominal GDP, which is 4.1 trillion, and per capita is 33,000. And the aerospace and defense market for Japan is worth 65 billion US dollars. Okay. Next, I would like to give a brief history on the aircraft. No, no, aircraft industry resurgence in Japan. So by the mid 1960s, so Japan developed a complete aircraft after basically World War II, and which led to the manufacturing of airframes and engines, and then fostering high tech expertise. Okay, and the Japan aerospace and defense market size is expected to reach over 100 billion US dollars by 2032. Okay, next, I would like to give a brief introduction about South Korea. Okay, so the population of South Korea is around 52 million people, and the economy is the 12th largest GDP at nominal, which is 1.76 trillion US dollars, and per capita is 34,000 US dollars. And the aerospace industry in South Korea is worth around 4.46 billion dollars in 2023. Okay, so the aerospace industry emerged in South Korea around 1960s to 1970s, and United States has been the 13th largest market for aerospace exports for South Korea. And the aerospace industry in South Korea is expected to reach around 8 billion US dollars by 2030 by 2030s. Okay, that's all from me.
Okay, so for the identification of the major players of the industry in Korea and in Japan. So next slide. Okay, so these are the major player for the MRO in South Korea. We have the Korean Aerospace Division and also Korea Aerospace Industry and also Hanwha Aerospace. So they are the major players in which I made a research that I don't see much of a small players in MRO in South Korea, but I may be wrong. But this is what I have found, where you know the Korean Aerospace Division, they make I mean like they work with together with Boeing and Airbus, and also for Kai, they focus on civil aviation industry, but also have experience in military MRO. And for Hanwha, um, they also provide MRO and also yeah. Okay, maybe we can go to the next slide. And we also have the Korea Aviation Engineering and also Maintenance Service, and it is recently founded and subsidized by the Kai. And for Japan, we mostly have the airline MRO like Japan Airline, also the ENA Technique. Okay, next slide. And we also have the Mitsubishi Heavy Industry Aerospace Engine, where they provide maintenance for engines and also parts. While for the MRO Japan, it's like the independent MRO company. They're not like an airline company for MRO activities. Okay, so we go to manufacturing for South Korea. Okay, next slide. Just the same like the previous slide. I mean, the industry is big, but then the key players are like the same for Korea and also Japan. For like let's say we have the Kai and also Hanwha and also Korean Air, which is the same like the MRO activities, but then they also are involved in manufacturing. Okay, next slide. And same like LIG, where they manufacture landing gear and also actuation systems and such. This is for South Korea. And for Japan, next slide. So for Japan, we can see there's like a varieties of aerospace manufacturing company like Kawasaki Heavy Industries and also Subaru Corporation, where they are involved with aerospace components and also parts. Like let's say the Kawasaki, they manufacture transport aircraft for Japanese self-defense forces, while Subaru Corporation, they make like parts for Boeing especially. Okay, next slide. And IH Corporation is like one of the manufacturing company also for Japan, where they are involved in military and also commercial aircraft, and they also are also collaborative in global engine development initiative. So next slide. So I get that's all from me. So I'll pass to the next person.
Okay, so I will explain about the system integration for Korea and Japan. Okay, for the Korea, we have three major players: Korea Aerospace Industry Sky, Hanwha, and Lig Next One. And for Kai, Korea Aerospace Industries, they are responsible for integrating avionics, various platform, uh, and avionics system, wide range system that use aircraft such as navigation, communication, and mission system. An example they have done for T-50 Golden Eagle supersonic trainer jet. This involve integrating advanced navigation and communication. For Hanwha Aerospace, they are responsible for propulsion system into a missile platform, ensuring precise targeting and propulsive efficiency. And for League Next one, they have done also for the defense system, including missile, radar system, and electronic warfare solution. Next slide. Okay, for the Japan, we have Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, Kawasaki Heavy Industries, and IHI Corporation. For Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, they are responsible for avionics, critical components into aircraft platforms, ensuring seamless functionality and optimal performance. For example, Mitsubishi Regional Jet, MHI responsible for integrating various subsystems, including Pratt Whitney engines, avionics systems, and flight control systems. And for Kawasaki Heavy Industries, they are responsible for focusing on integrating structural element, landing gear, hydraulic systems, other subsystems into aircraft platforms. And they ensure the seamless interaction and optimal performance on integrated systems. And for example, they done for uh, aircraft platforms such as Kawasaki P1 maritime patrol aircraft. This involves meticulous engineering and design works. For IHI Corporation, they are responsible for engineering solution for aerospace propulsion system, including turbofan engines, turboprop, auxiliary power units, and they are involved in design, analysis, optimization of aircraft engine. And for example, HI is significant role in design and development of aircraft engines such as IHI Corporation F7, which powers the military aircraft and helicopter. I think that's all for me.
Uh, Thank you, Elam. So I'll be explaining on the education and training. So first, I will explain the major players in the Korea. So the first one is Korea Aerospace University, were located in Goyang, South Korea. So they mainly focus on producing skilled aerospace engineers. It covers courses like mechanic, design, manufacturing of aircraft, UAV, spacecraft, satellite, and rockets. Um, you also have specialized courses in aircraft systems. Like us, they also study propulsion, avionics, space technology, and they also emphasize practical problem solving through courses like capstone design, and they also have flight simulation training together along with computer simulation. Um, and also finally they also have training center prepares for civil and military pilots. So that's the first one. Second is Korea Aerospace Industry, which is situated in Sanyong, Si, Gyeongsangam, South Korea. They also offer training system for various aircraft model, including TTA 50 Block 2, FA 50, KT1, and so on. They also do have simulators to train. Here, they utilize VR devices and AI training system for enhanced education and training support. Then they also focus on schematic education and training. Also provide They also provide comprehensive training solution for pilots and personnel in the aerospace and defense sectors. Third one will be Korean Air Aerospace, situated in Seoul, Republic of Korea, where their aviation training academy offers pilot training programs for commercial airline pilots, including ground training, flight simulator session, instrument flight training, and multi-engine aircraft training. They also provide cabin crew training covering safety, emergency procedures, customer service skills, in-flight service standards, and also cultural awareness training. Then finally, they also focus on aircraft troubleshooting, avionics diagnostic, aircraft inspection, and regulatory compliance. So next will be Japan, major players in Japan. So the first one is Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, located in Chofu City, Tokyo. So they also known as JACA, sorry, offers research and development training programs in aerospace engineering, space science, satellite technology, rocket propulsion, and space exploration mission. Then they do also provide internship and fellowship for students and professionals in areas such as spacecraft design, mission planning, space robotics, Earth observation, astronaut training. Then finally, they also have space simulators, laboratories for microgravity research, collaboration opportunity with international space agencies. Next will be College of Naka Nippon Aviation, also known as Juno Institute. Actually, they do have other university as well, like for mechanical and also training for pilots separately. Uh, then it's located at Seki, Gifu Prefecture, Japan. They also offer program like aviation maintenance, aerospace manufacturing, and airport service, along with education training. Then they prepare students for national examination in aircraft maintenance and line maintenance mechanic licenses. Then they do have CAT operator, production planning, and international cargo agent, and hands-on teaching together with internships. Emphasize industry-specific knowledge to meet the demands of the aviation sector. Then they also promote ethical value and character development for successful careers. Finally, they also provide opportunity for overseas training and student exchange to gain global exposure. So that's all for me. I'll pass it to Abi for analysis. But
Okay, everyone can hear me?
Yes, yes, continue.
All right. Okay. So for the analysis part, we did SWOT analysis. We did a very simple SWOT analysis. This analysis consists of two countries, Japan's and also South Korea's. So the strength is advanced technology and innovation capabilities, strong global presence and partnership with international aerospace companies, strong government support and investment in the aerospace industry, highly skilled workforce with expertise in engineering. Next, we are going to look at weaknesses. Relatively small domestic market, limited defense spending compared to other major economies, dependence on imports for certain critical aerospace components and technologies, limited number of major aerospace companies compared to global competitors. Next, we'll look on opportunities. Incre- Increasing demand for commercial aircraft in the Asia Pacific region, collaborations with international partners for joint aerospace projects, emerging markets in developing countries for aerospace products and services, expansion of space industry and satellite technology. Lastly, we will look at threats, intense competition from other global aerospace players, like from the United States and European countries, rapid technological advancement leading to obsolescence of existing products and services, regulatory challenges and compliance requirements in international markets, geopolitical tensions affecting international trade and partnership. So we are at the end of the presentation. We will look at the summary. First, Japan's aerospace industry. So far what we have learned from this presentation is that notable players from Japan's aerospace industry are Mitsubishi Heavy Industry, Kawasaki Heavy Industry, IHI Corporation, and from expertise, they're expert in system integration, structural integration, and propulsion systems. For education and training, they have JAXA offers diverse R&D programs. College of Naka Nippon Aviation, they are focusing on programs related to aviation maintenance and manufacturing. Lastly, we're going to look at South Korea's aerospace industry. The notable players are Korea Aerospace Industry, Hanwha Aerospace, Korean Aerospace, Air Aerospace Division. The expertise are system integration, parts manufacturing, and MRO services. Lastly, education and training. Korea Aerospace University, they focus on producing skilled aerospace engineers, while KAA and KAI offers various training and programs. The next slide will be on the references. Do you guys have any question?
Okay, thank you very much. Group 9, right? That discuss on the Korea and Japan. So thank you for Namira, I think Tiru, Hilam, Reshi, and Abishalom. Right. So as we can see that we know that Korea and Japan is already known in terms of their advancement in aerospace industry, and as being presented just now, they have a good coverage in terms of the aerospace industry ecosystem, right? Compared to the Middle East, they are mainly focusing on the aviation sector, airlines, and there are few activities in terms of um, manufacturing. But for Korea and Japan, we can see that they have the whole ecosystem, right? And it is not being dominated by foreign companies. They are basically dominated by the local companies, the Korean companies, the Japanese companies, and they work together in terms of course, Korea and Japan, they are actually competitors, but there are cases where companies from Korea as well as from Japan, they work on a bigger project. Okay, so there are a lot of opportunities if we compare with Middle East, even though they are a bit behind in terms of aerospace sector, but we can say that there are opportunities, especially for the our country, Malaysia, to
penetrate in terms of the aerospace industry in the Middle East compared to Korea and Japan. We may want to collaborate with the companies that have already good track record in Korea as well as in Japan. All right. Anybody have any question with regard to Group 9 presentation, Korea and Japan? Now you know that there are many companies over there. You can then open your choices in terms of going for your career. Later on, there are, for example, like my PhD student. He has already completed his PhD. Now working in South Korea, one of the university over there as a postdoc, and they can easily accepted our qualifications, whether you are having a degree, basic degree, you are having a master's or PhD. For aerospace industry, it is an open door policy. Okay, right? If not, no question with regard that to Korea and Japan. We thank you very much, Group 9.